Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Mind for Fitness. I'm your host, Ian Carlin. Thank you for downloading this program or subscribing to me on YouTube and or on Stitcher Radio and iTunes and that kind of thing. I just want to thank everybody out there who has made this show what it is today. It's not like I'm getting like 20,000 or 100,000 downloads a month, but I am getting like 3,000. And when I think about where I started with this, it was kind of funny because I used to listen to Rob Wolf when Rob Wolf would say, "Hey, 7 listeners can't be wrong." And I remember one time clicking my on how many downloads I had, and it was like it's 7 or something like that. It was just like exactly that, and like I was just like, holy smokes, that Rob Wolf's joking, but that's my reality. And while I'm nowhere near the no, well, I'm nowhere near the accomplishments that Rob Wolf has, or as many downloads as he has, I am at so many. Like I am so happy. Like really, it's like it's amazing when I think about coming from like literally like under 10 downloads to like over 3,000 sometimes on a good month if I keep producing content. Um, and that's what I want to talk about today. Getting back on schedule. It is now the summer's over. The last the last holiday for the summer is over, and now we're settling into those fall months and the winter months, and probably not necessarily like looking at it like all fall and all of winter, but we're looking at coming up here on the holiday season pretty quickly. And it's such a game changer. And I'm going to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about why that's important to look at. It's not like it's the whole fall and the whole winter. Well, it is the whole kind of the whole fall. But like it's those that those that time like maybe a week or so before Halloween onto New Year's Day. And honestly, it's crazy because like it's just barely September. It's only the 7th day in September, and there's already October stuff out. There's also we're already gearing up for this, and we need to be prepared mentally and emotionally for for this for all the temptations. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to talk about that and what kind of temptations and all that stuff. So but I just want to let you know a couple things. You are on the podcast where we talk about the important things regarding health and fitness, and you're on the podcast where honestly I care. I really care about you. I care about getting to your health goals, and helping in whatever way is possible. And then I just wanted to also update you on diet on my book Diet Sins. It just went through its first edit, and the first edit is complete, and today I'm going to be sending it off for its second edit. And then there'll probably be one final edit on it, and then it will be up and available to go pretty soon. And this is, I know I've said this probably on the last few podcasts, and I'll probably say it um, until like it's done and complete. But this was the book that I started to write like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I started this podcast. Basically, I didn't know much about health and fitness back then. I mean, I knew a little bit, I knew enough to say, hey, it's hormones that matter, not calories and all that stuff. And I've evolved so much over the years as far as health and fitness is concerned and on my health journey. And I listened to some of those, old podcasts, and I'm like halfway tempted to take them down. I'm like, oh gosh, that's bad. But it shows my evolution. So somebody listens to one of those old podcasts and like, that's not what he's saying right now. Well, give me a break. But back to the point, when I started, I didn't know too much. All I knew was why I was messing up and what I could do to fix it. And I started like collecting clients, like just kind of like on the side, like just like people started seeing me lose weight, and they were like, hey, what can I do? And then so I would I would see them mess up kind of in the same ways that I would mess up. And as I was progressing and getting thinner and going through, struggling, getting fatter and thinner and then fatter and then thinner, and getting to a healthy weight, um, I would catalog these things down. I would say like, okay, look, I want to write this book and write where things are messed up because I'm not like an expert and in health nutrition. I'm not like certified in anything like that, but I am certified in my own failures, and I am certified in seeing the failures with other people. Like I know what's going wrong. Like I can detect it now. I'm like, okay, this is what's going wrong. And if you know that and you know what you can do to course correct, that's a majority of the battle. I mean, that's the majority of the battle. And we went through my entire book on all those things that are wrong. So if you go back and listen, if you wanting to listen to, what's going wrong with your diet and what you can do to fix it, because that was the working title of the book, and before I came up with Diet Sins, basically that's what the deal is. That is what it's about. So like if if you're on a diet and then you keep messing up or whatever, I know that it can be frustrating, but detecting it is a big deal. So that book is a work in progress, and it's going to be out as soon as I can get it out. Also, I haven't mentioned this in a while because I've kind of let the page go dormant because honestly, I'm going to be revamping it soon, and that is the Advanced Weight Loss Resources. Um, I'm going to be revamping that a little bit soon, but it's, summer months are a little bit crazy for me. If you're a fan of the program and you've listened to this evolution, you know that like summer months, it's a little hit and miss. Um, um, and I write and then I don't write for a while, and I record a podcast and I don't record a podcast for a while, and it gets a little hectic over the summer. But now that basically summer's over, we've had our Labor Day weekend, we will be getting back to like a regular schedule and doing this more regularly. I can't say that I do this every week, but I normally do 3 to 4 episodes a month, and whatever kind of like ideas that I'm like, okay, cool, let's talk about that. And so that's going to becoming more regular again. So thank you, everyone, who didn't give up on me over the summer. Uh, and so that's, now that I've talked about that, that is what we're going to get into. We are going to get into looking forward to these fall months and the beginning of the winter months, and basically what is considered the holiday season and some of the challenges and how you can get ready and adjust for some of these challenges. And that's so important because there are challenges. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what those challenges are, and then what we can do to address them. So basically, there's maybe a lot of satellite stuff, but basically, it's going to come down to diet challenges and exercise challenges, and it depends upon where you live. Now, I'm fortunate that it's actually fairly warm where I am. It's fairly hot where I am. So honestly, like working out outside is better in the fall, even into the winter and in the spring, than it is during the summer. But if you're one of these people who's like lives in a colder climate and you're like, oh, summer's here and I'm outside and I'm running and the exercise, and you get that kind of exercise and you're involved in like outdoor activity, that might be coming too close for you, over these winter months. You might think about, oh, how am I going to adjust this for my lifestyle, for what it is I like to do. And then also, when you are talking about um, like going to parties and things like that. Now, I doubt that I'm going to reissue my Getting Fit for Christmas because I've done it a couple years in a row. And if people are interested in it, go back, because you can actually get a plan for how to handle your, exactly with your diet and your exercise routine, your Christmas vacations and your holiday vacations. And actually, you don't have to let these winter months roll over the top of you and become fat and just kind of resolve yourself. Just like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to resolve myself that I am going to be overweight and I'm going to get back on it on January 2nd. Don't do that. That's why we're doing this podcast today. That's why I'm reminding you to go back and listen to the Fit for Christmas challenge. Don't do that. You can actually be more fit by Christmas and by January 2nd than if you, than you think anyway. You don't have to resolve yourself, I guess is what I'm saying, to thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to be, somebody who's fat and January 2nd is going to come around. Now, why is this important to talk about? Well, it's important to talk about because we have to break cycles, okay? We have to break cycles. And one of the cycles that people have is, I blew off summer. I didn't do anything. I told myself I was going to, and now winter's here, not winter, but the holiday season's here, and I'll just get back on it after January 2nd. Well, how often has that worked in the past? Quite honestly, it hasn't. So you need a new approach, and you need to break that cycle. That's why I say that the best diet you can do, the best day you can start a diet is the day you'll actually do it. But quite honestly, the worst day you can start a diet is Monday. Because how many times have you started a diet on Monday and you didn't finish it? You didn't do it, okay? Start it on Sunday. Start it on Saturday. Start it on any other day of the week except for Monday. Because everybody starts their diet on Monday. And when it's a Monday and it's the first day of the month, then everything's cool. And you go, oh yeah, I'm going to start it then. But how often does that work? And then again, how often does it work to say, oh, hey, it's it's winter months, and boy, I didn't do it. I didn't get what I wanted accomplished over the summer. The truth is, there's always going to be an excuse to not go work out, and there's always going to be an excuse to eat poorly. Okay, there's always going to be excuses. People have got to get that through their head. Now, there are unique excuses during these winter months, or during this holiday season, I should say. There are unique excuses, but if you understand that there's always going to be an excuse to not go to the gym, and there's always going to be an excuse to or not work out, however you choose to do it, or there's always going to be an excuse to eat bad food, then you can see that these winter months or these holiday months are not any different than any other time of the year. Not any different than any other time of the year. And you can overcome these challenges year round. And once you realize that, once you really realize that, there's always a reason. So over the summer, you don't have as many holidays kind of packed together, and it's not as cold, so you're not staying in as much. But there are holidays, there's birthdays, there's grand openings. Honestly, like right now, I could go into this town right now and I could find a reason. Somebody's having a birthday, somebody's having a party for something. Oh, there's a grand opening over here. Oh, there's a new restaurant in town. Oh, I had a bad day at work. These things can stack on top of each other so much that you can literally not diet and not exercise, or not live a healthy lifestyle and not exercise more than you do. And that's what happens. I mean, that is really one of the reasons because we don't achieve optimal health, is there is always a reason to blow it. There's always a reason to blow it. they're oh, it's Friday, oh, it's a kid's birthday. If you've got 3 or 4 kids, then it's going to be, oh, well, it's this kid's birthday, and then that kid, and I'll just I'll have a slice of cake and whatever, and then, oh, next weekend, and all those kids, all your kids have 3 or 4 kids, or three, not 3 or 4 kids, but have 3 or 4 friends. That just reminded me of that Jack Handy thing where it's just like, I believe in creating a future for our children, but not a future for our children's children, because I don't believe children should be having sex. So that just reminded me of that. I just said, all your kids have kids, whatever. Um, but they have friends, and then you say, okay, well, I'll drop them off there, and while I'm there, well, I might as well just have a piece of birthday cake and whatever. Oh, there's always an excuse, and this time is no different. And once you realize that this time of year is no different, then that gives you at least the opportunity to accept responsibility for your actions, that this is not happening to you, that you don't have to, just because um, Halloween, October 31st is coming up, and then um, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas and a Christmas party and a birthday party, maybe, and New Year's and New Year's Day. Doesn't mean that from now until um, October 31st, I have to eat like a pig. And from October 31st until Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, I have to eat like a pig. Or because there will be those reasons that come up. So if you look at those things and you look at those challenges, and then I don't know how deep you are into health and fitness. I advocate cheat days, and so Thanksgiving for me is going to be a cheat day. And I've I I don't gain weight during this time of year. I do not gain weight. October 31st is going to be a cheat day. Now, the days before aren't going to be a cheat day. From now until then, aren't going to be a cheat day. I'm going to try my best to do not that we all don't mess up, but I'm going to try my best to do everything I can to keep myself in a cyclical ketogenic state and eat paleo type foods. So not every day is going to be a cheat day until then. And not every day, just because it's cold outside and I don't want to get up early because it's dark outside and I don't want to go to the gym. You got to push through that. So yeah, I'm not going to go to the gym on Thanksgiving. It's not open. My wife would kill me anyway. Uh, but um, um, but I am going to go to the gym the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm probably even going to work out on Thanksgiving, quite honestly, and on October 31st. Oh yeah, I'm going to get up and do push-ups and run whatever I need to do. But so there are challenges for this time of year. There are challenges in what you're going to eat and how you're going to work out, and you're going to have to make adjustments. You are going to have to make some adjustments, particularly on the working out. You're going to have to get up. It's going to be dark when you get up, and it's going to be kind of a pain to get to the gym or do your home gym or whatever. But you can do it. Push through it. Don't let these months roll over the top of you. It is not worth it. And you're going to feel so good about yourself when you actually lose weight over this holiday season. Go to the gym, run on that treadmill instead of running outside. All right. I don't know if I have too much else to say. I hope this helped. If it did, you know what to do. Subscribe, and please, I'm trying to get more people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because even though I have 3,000 downloads a month off of the audio, I've only got a few subscribers on YouTube. So please head on over to YouTube and subscribe there. It would mean a lot to me at A Mind for Fitness. What else? Oh, yeah, make sure to write a review and share this on your favorite social media. Thank you so much for listening to today's program. And until we meet again, please keep your mind on fitness.